Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to She Joy. It is that fine medium, Dr. Rose, coming to you live with another message of what you need to know today. So, as you can see from the title, we are talking about consciousness versus the elites, okay? And an experiment that was done called the 100 Monkeys. Yes. So, let's get right into it. So, this experiment was conducted by Japanese scientists. So what they did was they took sweet potatoes and they dropped them on an island for the monkeys to eat. Okay? And they loved them, tore them up, couldn't get enough of them. So then they were like, okay, now let's drop them in sand. Okay? So then the monkeys didn't want the sweet potatoes because they were covered in sand. And that was gross. That was an issue. That was a no-no. Okay? So what the scientists did were they took 2 of the monkeys from the community of thousands and they taught them how to walk down to the water, wash it off, and then eat it. Okay? Which those 2 were phenomenally excited about. Now, after that, they took those 2 monkeys back to the other monkeys, and those 2 taught the other ones little by little until it reached 100 monkeys that knew how to do this. Now, once 100 knew, it was like magic. The rest of them knew. And they were stunned, like, wow. They didn't keep telling the other monkeys or teaching the other monkeys. They just knew. Well, how did they just know? It was consciousness. So what they did was they went to another island that had no connection, that was very far away from those monkeys. Okay? And did you know that they were taking those sweet potatoes that they didn't have before, by the way? Okay? The scientists dropped them sweet potatoes, right? They did the same thing. They dropped in sweet potatoes. They would eat it. They dropped it in the sand. They didn't eat it. But they knew to walk down to the water and wash it off. They knew. How did they know? Collective consciousness. Okay? This is why it's so important that each one teach one. Okay? That when you wake up to something that you tell someone else, because then they'll tell someone else, because then they'll tell someone else, or because the information will spread until we reach 100 people who just know. And then once those people know, it becomes a part of collective consciousness. It becomes a thing that is known. Okay? So you guys, as you learn, teach. Okay? Make sure to get that knowledge out there. Yes. Okay? It's a theory, but it's a smart theory. You know? They test on rats. They test on monkeys. And monkeys do the same thing. There was one monkey that lived... can't remember where it was. But he was running the railroad, shifting the railroad thing. Never once made a mistake. Okay? And they say like monkeys went to space and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Side note, for genetic purposes, I'd like to drop this information on you. For years and years and years and years and years and years and years, it has been a dig to brown people, right, that they call monkeys, right? Saying, oh, they come from DNA of monkeys because they're hairy and brown. But the funny thing is about this information is whenever you look at a monkey, they have small lips. They have tails. And did you know that the only humans in history that ever were born with tails were white people? That is where that term came from. Yeah, just a little side note information for those of you watching. Yeah, share that information as well. Okay? When you know better, you show better. Ain't that it? But anyways, I just thought that this was interesting. So let's try to get to 100 monkeys, you guys. Stay blessed, never stress. With much peace, much power, much love, much light, and of course, much joy. See you guys next time.